It's been a while since I've done one of these, but this is the recce run, which I'm doing over 2 days of the Chiltern Wonderland 50. I'm here at Goring Village Hall, and if it's set up the way it was last year, you go through this side entrance to register and not the front entrance, but we'll find out in about 6 weeks' time. So I'm doing the first half up to Ibstone, staying at the Chiltern Fox pub, and then doing the second half tomorrow. I'm going to take this nice and slow because we're only 5 weeks away from the actual start of the race, so I don't really want to be pushing myself too hard, and also I haven't run for a little while either, so definitely don't want to push myself too hard. From here, oops, grab my empty can, we head down that way and down along that path parallel to the main road, down to the Thames. So see you there. So this is the start of the race, and it's 26-ish miles to Ibstone, and let's get going. 1 mile in, still following the Thames, so I've got the Thames there to my right, and behind looks like a lovely abandoned building, which one of these days I might get to explore. Just going on this stunning bridge, about 1.3 miles in, and where we're going is straight ahead there and not turning left up there. So we are turning off the Thames fairly soon, but not this time. So about 2 3/4 miles in, and it starts going inland, away from the Thames. Excuse me while I catch my breath, because around 2.2, 2.3 it starts going uphill, and it's relatively steep. And I remember from the last time I did this back in 2016, 2017, something like that, there's another steep one coming. So I'm not using my poles at the moment, and on race day, I guess it depends how I feel, but the steep hill that is coming up shortly, if I remember rightly, that one I will be getting the poles out for. It'll be the first of many big hills. It's short, as I recall. Let's get going. Yeah, it's short, but it's steep with steps, but to be honest, the steps just make it harder work. Anyway, I went as soon as I thought. I'm trying to get the scale of just how steep these steps are, and it really doesn't seem to be coming out in this video, because I'm looking at those and going, bloody hell. But it doesn't look really much on the video. Anyway, trust me, it is. So time to get the poles out and start hiking. Right, about 3 3/4 miles in, just come down this path. So the steps lead onto that path and you just go straight ahead. We're going over the road there. There's a path opposite. And we go up here for maybe half a mile, perhaps less. And then we're cutting off to the right. When we get to that point where that cross is, cut 100 yards up, and that's when we cross over the road. So what's over there where the path is there, cross over to here, and the path carries on straight up that way to the left, and we're still a way before we turn off yet. When we get to this point, 4.5 miles in, we turn right up there by the technology centre, right where that van's gone, and head down there. We're only a couple of 100 yards down that road, and you'll see a sign there for footpath, and right our new buildings, and we're heading down this way. Now we're in the Chilterns proper, I believe, heading up there towards those bushes, trying not to walk into the long grass to the side of you. At the top of that little slope is a gate here. I don't believe this would be to the right of that little slope. I don't believe we're going up there. I believe we are going through this gate, but I will issue a correction if not. So yeah, through that gate, and then head to the right, not down that way towards the farm. Right, at this point, just 5 miles in, it looks like I'm heading straight ahead. So I've just come from there. There was a sign back there across the gate saying livestock do not enter. I've got to here. I don't think I'm going to the left. I think I'm going straight ahead, even though it doesn't look particularly pathy. I think this is the way we're going. At the end of that little path, we've got a gate here. We're going through the gate, and then from the gate we're then turning left. Fairly soon after it's going to be a right hand turn, so look out for that. So yeah, this gate, it literally was like 50 yards, maybe less even, past that last gate that I recorded, and then out into this. This is why we do this stuff. Look at this. This is absolutely wonderful. Stunning. And it gets better. Chiltern Wonderland, it's one of the most beautiful courses ever devised. And there's even better to come. There's also the Turville Hill, at around about 24 miles I think, which when I did my recce last time, 7 years ago, whatever it was, I was actually okay going up that hill, because I'd stopped in the pub nearby and had myself a sandwich and a pint of Coke. And when it came to the actual race, despite having my poles with me, I was quite literally on my hands and knees crawling up that hill. But anyway, you'll see it when we get to it. So again, 5 3/4 miles in, and we don't follow the road. There's a sign here for the Chiltern Way extension, which takes us around and through here in this concealed path. And it looks like it opens up fairly soon. Let's have a bit of a jog down to it. See what lays out in front of us. Ah, yeah, there we go. Now we can see the path weaving its way up that hill there. Well, I think I was about to make a mistake, because I came through this gate here and I was going to go straight ahead across that field, where those horses are and that orange roofed house, but I think I'm actually supposed to turn to the left here. Just looking at how Strava was going, and yeah, that's right. Horses optional. Don't expect them to be there. One of them's got a little visor over his eyes. Okay. Yeah. Check that horse with his visor. That is one cool motherfucker. 6.2 miles in, just coming down this road. There's a sign there for Hardwick Estate. Just focus on that, I'll have a read of that later. And then at this point, we're not going straight ahead, we're turning to the right. Actually down by that orange house that I think it's the same orange house. Yeah. Oh, maybe I could have gone that way anyway, but it's not the route, so probably not. First mistake of the recce. I got to this house and I tried going down that road. There's a path that's going through there, but I soon realised I was off course. We want to go down there to the side of this house here. Just got to the bottom of that hill, down from the beautiful cottage, and there's a crossroads here. Not to the left or right, just go straight ahead. Right, first mistake. That bit where I just said go straight up that hill, it wasn't straight up that hill. I think it must have been to the left. Now our sticker a screenshot of where I actually am up there, and it's not a big disaster because I can just turn off to the left here and I'll be all good. But it's a little unfortunate to have gone off course. Just fortunately not too far. Alright, back to it. Back on course, and wow, look at that. Is that amazing or what? Right. So it's down the bottom of that hill and turned left. Follow that path all the way along till we get to this road. There's a sign there saying Chiltern Way Extension. So we're going round to the right. It goes round left. Basically, this field or whatever's over the other side of these bushes, we're just circumnavigating those. Actually, we're not even following the road. I can actually see where we're going, and there's a little staircase going up there and a sign going upwards over there. So that'll be where we're going. And once again, I'm wrong. No, we're not going up there at all. We are following the road around. Effectively, it's going to bring us out to the same place where that path would have taken us, but that's not part of the route. So let's just follow the route as it is. There we go. Back on track now. Chiltern Way Extension to the left. How do we get through there? Or is the sign actually right? No, I'm an idiot. Let's go back to the sign. Chiltern Way Extension up that way where I've come from. Chiltern Way Extension also that way where I'm going. Learn to read a map, Rob. Right, now we're turning off. So there's a sign all the way back there at the end of the road. 100 yards maybe or so more, and we're going through here across the field to there, and trying not to get chased by cows. Right. I'm 8.5 miles in now. I've just come up from there, and I think what I'm we've got a path going out to the left and right. I think that's just the edge of the farmer's field. So I do think we're supposed to go here through this corn. Well, we'll soon find out if not. Well, for once, I was actually right in my directions. I was through there. Got to the other side. Oh look, we're right by Reading Festival. Love to stop, sadly busy. So anyway, from where I came out there, now going straight ahead and up this way. We can see the sign there for Chiltern Hills. So better get on with it. Right, well this sign could be confusing because for the most part I'm saying follow these Chiltern Way signs and avoid any areas that say private property or anything like that, which we've just passed. This sign here would kind of indicate that we're going down that path, but I don't think we are. I think we're going down this path here. Anyway, another one of those I'm going to have to check, and I'll post an update if it's not the case. Right, at the end of that path you can see that what I need to do is go to the left, and there will be about 100 yards up there will be a turning to the right. I need to go down that, and that will take me to Tokers Green. What I'm actually going to do is I'm going to turn to the right here, and the reason being There's a pub at the end of this road. I can get to that pub, turn left, I'll be back on the track, and filled up with Coke and orange squash. So that sounds lovely. Now I'm back on track. Where I would have come out would have been just there. You might just about be able to see the Chiltern Way signs there. And we're now going down Rockery Drive to Tokers Corner, which will be the first checkpoint. And here you are, Tokers Green, not Tokers Corner. I don't know where the checkpoint actually is. It might be in this park here, or it might be further down the road there, but it's around here somewhere. Okay, so I got to the end of Rockery Drive, and we're going down there, and possibly not. Let's go. Oh no, there's a sign here on the Dyson's Wood sign, Chiltern Way extension, that way. So let's keep this running for a little while, just to see if it does follow the road around, or if we're actually going off the road and into the trees. Oh no, I can see the sign. So we are following the road. I think. Let me just check that. Yes, we are following the road, and there'll be a turn off to the left coming up in about a quarter of a mile maybe. Hello there. Right, so this is the point that we don't go up there where that yellow sign's on the post. We're going around to the left here. It does get a bit windy this little bit, so keep an eye out for signs. But as always, Centurion is going to signpost this thing like anything. At this point, follow the road round to Chalk House Green. We're not going Emma Green Reading way, just following this road round. Right, this is another path that's real easy to miss. When you get to here, at mile 11.5-ish, so if you get around to the Webster's Building Reclamation sign, you've gone too far. There is a path, and it's really well hidden, and it's unmarked, so it could even be the wrong path, who knows. But through here, and then turn right, and I believe this is the way I need to go. And again, if it's not, I will retract this and record something else. So yeah, about 100 yards from where I left off, there's a path to the right here, and in fact actually there's a path there. That's probably the way I was supposed to go, but you can, if you end up going through the field, you can get through there at least. There is a gap, and then back down onto this path, and then between these two fields. I remember this pub from my last recce run. This is the one about 13 miles, and I was so looking forward to popping in there and getting a beer, and it was closed, and it looks like it is again. That's the only cars in the car park. So, yeah. it's fair to say that I was disappointed, but it's okay this time because I stopped at the other one earlier. Oh, look at you guys, you are beautiful. But I'm still going to keep my distance from your hind legs. Yeah, I can see you with your ears back. Oh no, you're okay. Yeah. Little pain, look at you. Yeah. Little horsey tip. Don't get too near the back legs of a horse. Because if they're stressed or upset or angry, they will kick out and it'll hurt. And check their ears. If their ears are up, they're bright and happy. If their ears are back, they're upset or distressed, and you want to be a bit wary of them. They're magnificent creatures, but can be dangerous. So yeah, just came up to the bend here. We want to turn right. We've got a lovely thatched white house there, and yeah, turn right here. Right, we're just going to Crowsley, turning left at the end here, and about 100 yards maybe, there's going to be a turning onto the right. Those magnificent gates. Which are closing to keep me out. It's alright, didn't we go in there anyway? I haven't walked up this path. Once you get to this point, before it gets around the bend, you'll see a gate here with a "Notice do not feed the horses" sign, and that's where we're going down. When you get to this point, 14 miles in, oh, you can see satellite dishes over there. Awesome. And you get to this point and you're wondering where to go because it isn't particularly clear and the path isn't very well marked. But just in the distance there, may not be able to see it, but there's a post there. That's where we're going, heading towards that. Alright, as we come down this hill, we're going to get to a gate here, hit the road, turn left, and then there's a house just over there. I think we're turning right just past that house. Right. I'm a little over 15 miles in now, and the road goes around to the right there, but the path actually goes straight ahead through here, not to the left there. There's actually a sign on here saying doesn't actually say Chiltern Way. Oh, there we go. Chiltern Way, Bridleway. So, just spoke to a lovely lady who gave us some directions, because I was about to go up this way, because that seemed to be where the signs were directing me. But no, there she is in the distance there. She directed me to the right, and then down to the end, and then I'll be going left. This is a Gray's cricket pitch here. I seem to remember the last time I was here there was a tap around the back of this, I think. So let me just confirm that. But it might be somewhere you can get water if you're short. Okay, so I was wrong about the tap. There isn't one there. There are some toilets, so if the place is open, which it isn't at the moment, but if the place is open, you might be able to ask them nicely to be able to use it. Anyway,
There's the cricket building. There's a name for that, I'm sure. Just around that, and then following the path down here. Right, again, this isn't signposted, but I'm sure Centurion will get that covered. This is Rocky Lane. I've been walking along for a little way, and the path goes off to the right here, and I'll stick a screenshot of the area as well. But yeah, it's not particularly clear. You could easily end up going up that way. But as I say, yeah, Centurion will cover this. Right, back on with it. I can understand the need for a birdwatcher's hide, because there's been a variety of different birds that I've seen. A whole bunch of pheasants running across the path, and yeah, this is looks like a great little nature spot right in the middle of the woods. Now, this is very familiar. See, I marshalled, volunteered last year, and this is where I was stationed. Out the front there. In fact, it was actually a brutally hot day. There were people gasping by the time they got here, and it's only like 19, 20 miles in. But yeah, this is checkpoint 2, and we go over that way. Just come down that hill. It's about 19 and a half miles in, I think, and got a public footpath sign there with a cut cornfield there. And we're going down here, and when we get to the bottom there, we're turning left. I think there's a road along there, and we're turning left down that. I was waiting to recall this shot turning up on the Centurion site in the photos, so I figured I'd film that while I'm here. This is about 21 miles in, I think, roughly, and about I think 4 miles away from Turville, where I'm going to stop and grab myself a not a beer, a Coke at the pub. 22 miles in, I've encountered some deer. It's a private deer park, and yeah, they've obviously seen me filming and has just run off behind those trees. Look at that. They are beautiful and magnificent. Look at you, you majestic fucker. Oh, wonderful. 23 miles in, and just got to Southend, so I'm turning right down there. It's about 1.5 miles now to Turville, so there's a pub there. I'm going to stop, grab myself a Coke, and then think about tackling that hill. It all sounds very nice when you hear chitty chitty bang bang hill, but then you see the bloody thing. Alright, signing off. Oh, there's the windmill there in the distance, and again, yeah, from here that hill doesn't look too bad, does it? But let me just drop my sticks. Let's zoom in a bit. That line of trees going up towards it, I'm going to be going up the left hand side of that, and yeah, it is an absolute bastard. But hey, I'm sure we'll be fine. So that's the aid station. The looks like a school. Yeah, I remember that canopy last time. At least I believe that's where it is. Guess we'll find out in the day. So that's day 1 of the recce run done. I'm now at the Chiltern Fox. I do have a confession to make. I was looking at the time and I was a little concerned that I might miss the kitchen at the Fox. So when I got to the top of the hill, rather than going the official route, I just turned left, went straight up the hill and headed straight to the Fox. So there's about 1 mile, I think, that I've missed out. So yeah, you just have to guess that. But anyway, tomorrow is an easy day. I think the way it works, I'll need to check this, but I think basically I'm at the top of all of the hills now, and tomorrow is going to be not only shorter but more downhill, I believe. I could be wrong there. It wouldn't be the first time. It wouldn't be the first time today, in fact. So anyway, I'm sat in my hotel room with a pint, and then I get my head down and get ready for tomorrow. Right, signing off for the night.
Day 2 of the recce run. Just leaving the Chiltern Fox in Ibstone, which is the halfway point I stopped at last night. If you're ever doing this run as the complete route over 2 days, highly recommend this place. Fantastic. So it's going to be a hot one today, which is unfortunate. Anyway, let's get on with it. First place it can go wrong. Running down this, about a quarter of a mile or so of gully, so be careful of that. And I carried on running down there. However, there is signs here saying forward and left, and again here, and it can be also confusing because it seems to be implying that the Chiltern Way goes further down the gully, but according to my Strava route, we're actually turning off to the left down here. I'll screenshot this so that you can see it for yourself. 3/4 of a mile in, I've just come across that field. In the distance there is, along that tree line, is where I came out from the woods, and we're going across here and just straight across the road. I was going to say it's concealed. It's not really concealed. There's a bit of a footpath there going through to it. But we're going here. And again, just a short while later, I've just come out of there and following the road up maybe 50 yards, and we cut off to the left. We then go up the road. There's some tree cover, so I can take my hat off. Right. Once we get here, this is about a mile in, so there's this plinth, which I'm not sure what it's commemorating, but anyway, you might think you want to go up the path along here, but there is quite a concealed path just past the plinth, so you've got the plinth to the right, and then just going through here. This one I think would be very easy to miss. This is the point, about 3 miles after Ibstone, that I met Phil Bredman last time I ran this. He and his wife had come out to support me, and he asked me, "How you doing, mate?" I said, "I'm dead on my feet," and his reply was, "Well, carry on, you haven't got time to talk to me." No sympathy whatsoever. Just past that point I mentioned, there is a footpath that runs alongside the car park, and it is impenetrable. So I'm going to go through the car park here and see if I can find a way back onto the path from there. Okay, so I came out down that way onto Howell Road. It's actually quite a busy road, this one, so we've got about maybe 200 yards of road here before we get to Lees Mill Copus Farms, and there's a sign there saying Dame Alice Farm. We're turning left down there, but yeah, be careful on this road because it is busy as hell. Well, 5.5 miles in, maybe 5.2, and
got to this point here, turning left and going down that way. We can see the Ridgeway sign there pointing towards it, and just run past well, they ran past me, and then I ran past them. A whole bunch of people doing the 17-mile north loop of the Chiltern Wonderland. Yeah, I expect I'll see some of them next week, or not next week, 5 weeks time. So there they are, they've all passed me again. Probably for the last time, because I'm going to walk for a little bit, and they all look fitter than I am. So yeah, about 6 miles in now, and it is getting really, really hot. Well, I've actually gone past checkpoint 4, the Swyncombe. I think it should have been on the corner of the path and the road that I've just gone past, and yeah, I missed it. But there's plenty of other videos of Chiltern Wonderland 50 where you'll see it. It's right on the corner, and they have just one of those little tent things with everything in it. So yeah, go watch one of the other videos. Incidentally, when you get to St Botolph, don't go around the back of the church. Go through this gate here, because the back of the church just takes you through to farm or something. Most churches have an external tap available to the public, and St Botolph's is no different. There it is, not on the church itself, but on a wooden building just beside it. So if you need to top up on water and you're too far away from an aid station, then there we go. As I approach this junction, now Strava says I'm supposed to go straight ahead. It doesn't appear to be a straight ahead, so I can only... oh, hang on. I'm guessing it's that. No, that's a private road. Because I don't want to be going left or right. I can go right and then left. Is this private road? Is this vehicle access? Oh, I mean, I guess I can go straight across this green here. So I'm guessing that's what it meant. Slight detour, just because I needed a break. 5 Horseshoes pub, which this detour took me up a really, really steep hill, which I really didn't need, but hey, there we go. It's all part of the fun, isn't it? Back on track after the pub visit, or should I say off track? Because the very first thing I did was take a wrong turn. Not too far out, I caught it fairly soon. But yeah, I'm getting back to where I'm supposed to be now, and we'll carry on to Grim's Ditch. I can't tell you how good it feels to be under shade. Honestly, the difference between being in the shade and out in the sun, you can notice it instantly. When I volunteered for CW50 last year, and I was at Bix checkpoint, and I was seeing all these people coming in absolutely exhausted after 19 miles, and you can totally understand it. It's about 28 degrees at the moment here. I think it's around about the same last year at the actual race, and yeah, it is brutal. I mean, yeah, don't get me wrong, I'm still enjoying this, but I'll be glad when it's over as well. Alright, let's get on with it. At this point, which is about 12 miles in from Ibstone, 12 miles out from Ibstone even, there's a bridleway that carries on down that way, but we're following the Ridgeway footpath, which can see goes down that way, leads down towards a golf course, the name of which I forget. And I think there's a cafe there. If there is, I might stop and yeah, get myself a cup of tea or a Coke or something. Oh, look at that! As I came out of those trees, just from the last update, yeah, it's beautiful. So I'm following this up to the road, and it looks like there's a path that runs parallel to it, which will take me out to that tea room. I know a certain bacon butty who will be interested in that, just by the Makerspace Cafe, about 37 miles in, I think it is. Well, I've been through the golf course, and now I've got now this says 5.5k or 3.4 miles to Grimsditch, but perhaps the actual Grimsditch is further on. According to what I see on Strava, I make it about 1.5 miles, but it's 1.5 miles just straight all the way through. I guess we'll see who's right. So I'm at Grimsditch checkpoint, which I've just come off Bridgeway. It's actually about 2 miles, and it's mostly flat or downhill, and mostly under tree canopy. So there's some good running to be had there, but it's very rooty. So obviously be careful, watch your feet. And I'm heading now left for a little bit before turning back, and then final 10 miles into Goring. So I found a bit of shade just after Grimsditch to reapply some sun cream. I felt myself burning a little. It's currently 28 degrees, so it really is nasty. I'm using my long trousers there, which were completely unnecessary this weekend. I'm using them to wipe sweat off me, so I'm actually able to apply sun cream, and then I'll get going again. I've just come up a very difficult path around Well Place. Certainly not runnable, not easily walkable, but yeah, I'm sure someone will clear that by the time we do the race. Shortly after that, after coming out, I turned right into this field here, and then Strava wise it looks like I'm supposed to go up there. Now I remember this field from last time, leading down to Bottom Lane. I remember it last time not being able to work out where the footpath is, and I can't again. So is it over there? Don't know. So I'll try and work that out now. So it's not that footpath to the right, and it's not that footpath to the left, and there isn't a footpath in front. But I think I'm supposed to go the other side of that fence and just wing it, I guess. So yes, it was straight across the field and down to this gate here, which was marked on the other side as Chiltern. And look, I've got some visitors. Hey guys, how you doing? Final 4 miles now. Had a brief stop at the Red Lion, which is an unfortunately unwelcoming pub. I think the landlord would rather I wasn't even there, and I was the only customer, which says a lot. Or maybe it's just because I absolutely stank. Anyway, as I recall from last time, it's mostly downhill now, so I'm going to stop recording and make use of some of this downhill to make up some time. Oh, I've entered Goring. There's my car. Unfortunately, I've still got about half a mile to go. Ah well, the rest of the wicked. Now you might think, seeing as Goring Village Hall is just up ahead, that we just go straight down the high street here to Goring Village Hall. No, we turn left here, we go around the back of everything, and then we come back onto Goring. Okay, let's come around the last bend, second to last bend actually. I've got one at the top here, just left onto the village hall. So let's just record the end bit. Over the road. Right. And back at Goring Village Hall. Just past the car. And there we go. Right back where I started on the park bench.